Hello, how are we? Hope you guys are doing amazing. I was just about to do my makeup. I thought we could catch up. Before I answer all of your questions, I'm just going to give you a quick life update. I'll keep it brief because I feel like most of you actually already follow me on Instagram. Since I have posted on here, Dylan and I have bought our forever home. It's a cute little farm in the mountains and we have 10 chickens. I share them a lot on my Instagram. They are such a sense of peace and happiness and joy in my life. I love them so much. And Dylan and I have also gotten married. I did post our wedding video, so you guys may have already seen that. And if you haven't, then you should. It was honestly one of the best days of my life. And then the other big update that has happened since then, I am with child. And I'm just so stinking happy about it. So that is the brief update. And if you guys would like to know more, then please let me know in the comments because I would love to know like what you guys are actually interested in seeing. Okay, jumping into the questions. I had so many of them. First question straight off the bat, how was the first trimester? I always keep it real on Instagram and I have shared a lot of videos from the first trimester, basically taking you guys week by week, and it isn't a story highlight, but I'm gonna insert some shots here so you guys can see what the first trimester was like for me. It was a doozy.
Dose of reality for you. I've never felt more exhausted in my life. Guys, send help. No motivation or energy to do anything. I've been lying down all day.
When I even think about food, it doesn't really do anything for me. I think about chocolate, it just makes me feel ill. I love chocolate.
So yeah, that pretty much sums up the first trimester. And if you're in the first trimester right now, I do want to give you hope. I am in my second trimester. I'm feeling a lot better. Rough it out for a couple of weeks and listen to your body because you aren't doing nothing. You're literally creating life. It is the most beautiful, miraculous thing. You owe it to yourself to just be kind to yourself, give yourself grace and just go with it. It's not forever, it's temporary. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better. Okay, I've been asked to show my current bump. This is it right now. It is really all down here. That's my bump first thing in the morning, so I've definitely noticed a little bit of growth. If your bump is bigger right now or smaller, like don't compare yourself, everyone is so different. Who was the first person that you wanted to tell? Anything like this, the first person that I want to tell is my grandma, who I lost in August, exactly a year ago. She was my very best friend in the whole world and I just know that she would have been the most excited for me. Something that I receive on Instagram almost every day is, how did I tell Dylan? And you guys, I feel so bad because I had this whole thing planned out about how I was going to tell Dylan the news and none of it went to plan. So I didn't actually film telling Dylan because he walked in on me at 5 in the morning when I took the test and got the positive. He heard all the rappers because I took so many different tests because I couldn't believe my eyes. He was very excited. He feels like his sole purpose on earth is to be the best dad and husband. Are we finding out the baby's gender? So we actually already know what sex our baby is. Dylan and I did a really intimate little reveal, which I will be able to post and share with you guys publicly. Do we have any names picked out yet? Yes, we actually do have names chosen for whether we have a boy or a girl, and it's very cute to be able to call baby by their actual name already. How old am I and how far along am I? I'm 28 and I am 15 weeks and 3 days. So this is the size of baby right now. This is the actual size of baby. Isn't that wild? I actually can't believe that there is a baby that big in my belly. What were my first symptoms? I had a really strong gut feeling. Even the month before I conceived that I was going to conceive in April, and I have delved into that story a lot more on my Instagram. But aside from that gut feeling, I did feel some implantation cramping. I also had sore boobs as well. And I was like, suspicious. What did you do to support your preconception phase? So before we even started trying, I started taking some prenatal tablets. I also have been leading a balanced, healthy, active lifestyle for the last 4 or 5 years. There was a point there where I lost my period, which you guys, if you've been here for a while, know my backstory with my relationship with health, fitness and body image. At one point I was severely underweight, and that impacted my fertility and my menstrual cycle. I was without a period for about 10 months. That's pretty much what prompted me to heal my relationship with my body image, food and fitness. Outside of that, I was tracking my ovulation, and without going into too much detail, we were definitely making the most of my fertile window. This isn't an ad, by the way, I'm just sharing this because this is what I used the month we conceived. So this is pre-seed fertility lubricant. It's for use by couples when trying to conceive. It's paraben free, clinically tested to help support sperm quality. Basically, it just creates like the best environment for the swimmers to be able to reach the egg. Was I on birth control before? No, I wasn't. We've just used good old protection. How many kids do we want? I have always grown up thinking that I would love 3. I come from a family of 3. Dylan comes from a family of 3. So that's always been an appealing number to us, you know? In saying that, we just have no idea what we're in for yet. So I feel like we can't really say with confidence until we experience what having 1 is like, and then maybe 2, and then maybe 3. What's your birth plan, and are you nervous for birth? This is a good one. I actually don't have a birth plan yet because it is so early, and also I feel like I can't have my heart set on one thing because we just never know what's gonna happen. But I am really open. I love the sound of a water birth. It sounds amazing. But then at the same time, I was 15 when my mum gave birth. I filmed my mum giving birth to my little sister because my mum wanted me to do that, and she went all natural, and I swear she turned into the Hulk. Scarred me for life. So I am also definitely open to an epidural, and I guess I just have to wait and see. Like, I have to ask more questions, I have to do more research, I have to listen to my body, I just have to see. Am I nervous for birth? I'm not really thinking about it at the moment, actually. We'll come back to that later. I think it's more of a future me problem. Yeah. Do you and Dylan think that parenthood will change your relationship? It will 100% change our relationship in so many ways, positive, and there will be negative too. Dylan and I are very lucky. We've been together for 10 years now. So I feel like I have full confidence in our ability to navigate things together as a team, and we have such a strong foundation together that I just feel really good about it. I think it's going to be for the better. How has your body image been so far in pregnancy? My body hasn't changed that much so far, so I haven't noticed like any feelings really about my body image. Although if you guys saw my skin at the start of this video, I've been breaking out, my skin's been dry, but even still, I was just kind of going with the flow. Like, I know that postpartum, like, my body will look completely different to the way it did pre-baby. My hair, like the postpartum hair loss, all the hormones I'm gonna be feeling will come into play. Like, I'm very aware that it's gonna be a roller coaster and unlike anything I've ever experienced before, but I do believe I've put myself in the best position to give myself grace, speak to myself kindly, have healthy habits and a healthy mindset around those habits, and like taking a break. I feel realistic about it, and I'm just gonna try to remind myself we always have to come from a place of love instead of hate, even when it feels impossible. How long were we trying to conceive before we felt pregnant? This is a tricky question because I know that everyone's journey is so different, and I don't ever want anyone to compare our journey to theirs, so I have chosen to not share because I feel like it doesn't really benefit anyone. It doesn't change any outcome for anyone else. It did happen a lot sooner than we expected because it can take up to 12 months to fall pregnant, even if you are perfectly fertile and perfectly healthy. So we had no expectations that we would fall pregnant as fast as we did, but there were definitely still cycles there where we had negatives, and it's such an unknown of like, how long is this going to take? Am I fertile? Like, what should I be doing? And just that unknown, it can be emotional. I do want to just say that if you are watching this and struggling with fertility or previous loss, I just want to send you so much love, and I'm really hoping that you're going to be on your own pregnancy journey soon and have your little healthy baby with you. Yeah, I'm just sending you so much love. How did you guys know you were ready for a baby? I feel like we've been very, very lucky to have ticked off a lot of our life goals to get to a point where now we feel like we can be really present and pour all of our love and energy into raising a family. Us being married doesn't change anything in our relationship, but it just feels a bit more like we're a family unit now. And so bringing a little baby into the world, they'll have our same last name, things like that. And then we won't have to plan a wedding afterwards. I'm at a point in my life where I have traveled and I feel like all I want to do is just spend time at home, look after my chickens, look after my garden, spend time with family and friends, and raise a family. I feel like I'm now in the phase of life where I'm ready to be a mum and I can give that all I've got. Family traditions you'd like to have. I love this so much. Dylan and I have had a list of family traditions that we'd like to have for quite a while, and we recently added to it as well. So I'll read it out. I'll put a little screenshot. We would love to have a Sunday morning barbecue breakfast on the deck. Just a nice little feasting table out on the deck with the kids all around the table and just a lovely slow Sunday morning barbecue breakfast, and then Sunday family adventure every week. So then after that we all get ready, we go on a little adventure somewhere and just spend the day spending quality time together, making memories. I love the idea of that. Taco Tuesdays. Tacos are so easy to make, and I would have been so excited and looking forward to Taco Tuesdays in my childhood if that was a thing. Friday night pizza night. This is where we'll all make homemade pizzas, choose our toppings, sit down, watch a movie together, sitting together at the table for dinner every night. I love the idea of this and just like allowing the family to connect and talk without any other distractions, and also for Dylan and I to role model the way that we communicate to each other, talk about our days, talk about our highs, talk about our lows as well. Christmas Eve baking carols and a Christmas movie at home. I loved doing this when I was younger. It was just so fun, and I would love to carry that on with my kids as well. Easter or a chocolate movie on Easter Eve. So the night before Easter, watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something like Easter chocolate sweets related to get you like really excited to wake up the next morning and like go on a little Easter egg hunt. Camping once a quarter. Dylan and I would love to take our children on fun little camping adventures where we can go hiking and we can set up a tent and we can roast marshmallows over the campfire. Sunday markets once a quarter. We might do this more often. Annual 1 week holiday, unless it's overseas, then it would be longer. This is something that I didn't do, but Dylan's family did. The fact that Dylan had been exposed to so many different cultures and animals and just ways of life, I feel like you learn so much through that, and I would love to do that and offer that with our kids. So that's going to be something that we aim for, and if not overseas, then obviously just somewhere in Australia in our own backyard, one-on-one outing. You don't often get one-on-one time with your parents, and I feel like it would be a great way to connect individually with their interests, and they just feel loved, like we have the time for them as an individual. I also love the idea of like Dylan taking our daughter out one day and just showing her the way that she deserves to be treated. And then also if I take my son out, like showing him the way that he deserves to be treated, and then also role modeling the way that he should treat a future partner. Yeah, I just think that that would be invaluable. Annual or biannual camping trip with our friends and their kids. I just think this would be so much fun because I have amazing friends and I feel like it'd be great if our kids grew up together. Hello. My camera just died and I'm almost at the end of the questions, so I figured that I would just film the rest of it here. I hope that that answers a bunch of your questions and you feel like you've gotten to know me a little bit better. There is still so much to catch up on. I would love to film just like weekly vlogs and take you along with my life. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please subscribe and find me on my other socials. I'll put my Instagram and my TikTok here maybe. You can find me on either. I'm very, very active on Instagram, so if you'd like to connect there, please do. But anyway, I'm gonna see you hopefully very soon for another video, and I will be chatting with you in the comments as well below. Bye!